excited and I was planning to do balance, and then I said no, I really want to do some eights today, so let's do eights. So we're going to start with the feet parallel, and we just start with opening into these eights. So just feeling the big expansion in the body, opening up all this cloud cover here, but it's warm, it's September. So let's open to that delicious feeling of just filling with this energy, and then releasing, and then filling and releasing, drawing it up, letting it go. So it always feels like I'm washing my body down with this and clearing all that stuff I do need out to be recycled, and then washing it up and releasing. Keeping the head over the heart over the dantian as we dance with these eights. I can feel them coming. So we'll do one more of these. I think as my hips are already wanting to get into these, so let's go. And we go around the right and around the left. Just focusing around the feet first, feeling round the outside edge of one foot. I'm going around the right now, and then around the left. Knees soft, and still keeping that nice alignment up through the body. It's like you're weaving eights with the hips, around the feet. So lovely for your internal organs. Like they're all getting massage in here from these eights. Feel right into the tummy where it's just, this whole pelvic area now is getting a lovely massage. So that's why we call Tai Chi internal. It's an internal art, because we're listening inside in the body, what's happening. I can be working really hard down here around the feet, around the legs, around the pelvis, and this upper body is chilled. And then when I'm ready, I can bring the upper body in, staying relaxed. Feeling the spiral now up and down. So we're taking this energy up over the top of the head, down across the body, down that leg and up the left. So when I'm working the right hand, I'm taking the energy down the right leg, under the ground, up the left, spiraling. So now it's not just around the pelvis and the legs, but now the upper body, the shoulders, the neck, face, everything is spiraling. Delicious. Kind of a feeling in the body. Okay, great. So now let's swap, and we're going to go around the left. So using the left hand, I'm coming up the right leg, across the body, and back across and down the left. Comes under the ground, up the right. So you can exaggerate these to feel this coming down that leg, up this leg. So down the left, up the right. So anybody who's used to the eight, you might feel now that it's, and when we're going down, it's going around from the toe to the heel. And when we're coming up, it's coming up from the heel to the toe. So it's just spiraling in opposite directions in the feet, and left foot here, right foot here. So now let's get the two hands involved. So if you're new to eights, just play with just the feet, maybe one hand. But if you're here for a while, let go, and don't worry about getting it right. Spread them out, gather them in, spread them out. Just going to stay quiet for a few of these now and just notice what you're feeling, how this feels to you. Okay, so we'll bring these back in. So now let's keep going with these eights, and we're going to do we're going to work on one for balance. So you know the story by now if you're here. So we're going to just make an 8. I'm in the right foot, sink into the right foot, find a fairly level place on these stones, and we find a nice center line down the body. Let's smile, we've been working hard already. So we're going to draw an 8. If you're not used to it, and you can just draw an 8 on the ground with your toe of the left foot. And then if you're more, that's the sheep falling over. If you fall, we'll catch you. So if you need a chair nearby, be sure and have it. But if not, once I stop getting so giddy, and find somewhere to focus at eye level. And then we just may start making these 8s with the whole body. So once the leg is going, we can get the hand involved. So this really works so much. Balance, concentration, and the legs, the arms. Okay. And it's interesting because I was getting a little bit high, like I tend to, and that balance exercise brings everything back in balance. So that really is the fabulous thing about Tai Chi, is that it keeps us in balance. So if we're getting a bit airy, like I do sometimes, tend to have a bit of an up and down personality. And I have found over the years Tai Chi has been a great way to keep me a bit more balanced. I still get buzzy and a bit down at times, but overall more steady. So let me know if you find the same, you know, it's interesting. So now we're going to do the same with we're going to make the 8s with the right toe first. And I love to include the hand, so then we're going to make it with the leg. And then we can include the left hand as well, if you like. Last one. So now that's been a little bit intense. So let's step forward and left to the left foot, and let's do these lovely soft 8s now. Bringing that, washing that energy up into the heart. Taking the time to just soft. Thanks for the thumbs up now for maybe for the relaxation after that intense. And then we're going to go over the head, softly down. And now let's connect the two. So we'll sink under the ground and draw the earth's energy through the heart, heaven's energy through the heart. Now that it's less intense, we can listen feeling between the palms, feeling this whoosh of energy up and down. So this is more a long energy in Tai Chi. So long energy is soft and smooth and flowing. This is really what sustains us during the day. This soft, smooth, flowing energy. And it's the steady practice of this soft, slow, smooth energy that teaches the muscles, the pathways, really important. So let's bring the hands down over the head. And then these eights, which can give a more spark to the energy, you know, they're great, but we just need a little bit of that. What we want mostly is this this soft flowing energy of Tai Chi that teaches and recharges the whole body. But both are, you want to be able to have a little spark as well, you know, so life needs to have that spark. A bit of fun, a bit of crack, some electricity. So then let's pull that through the heart and over the head. So we get the body ready for the sparks by having it balanced and strong and steady. So now let's connect the two. So we bring it up and we bring it down. Energy in and energy in, and then we send it out and down, out and up, and then we draw it back in, out and down, in, out and in. So it always has that yin and yang aspects to it. Receiving and giving back, and receiving and giving back to the earth. Always an exchange. Okay, and one more. So bring the feet back again, and we're going to stand in attention again, right foot looking to the corner, and let's step forward with the left, and we'll do these, now that we've all calmed down again, let's get a few more of these eight. So we're going to go around the left foot from the heel to the toe, across into the right foot, and around the right from the heel to the toe. So in both stands, which is great because a lot of the time in Tai Chi when we're doing these yields, we're coming round the back like into press on both sides of the body. So these eights are really great, keeps happening in the form. We use them a lot as we progress, so great to practice them in this bow stance. So feel again into your hips and your pelvic area where you can feel these lovely twists, keeping the upper body stable for now. Just turning with the waist turns. So now let's bring the left hand in. So you go over the top of the 8, under the bottom. around the left foot as we come over the top of the left hand, across the middle as we're transferring back, and then round the right as we come under the bottom. So round the left, round the right. Okay, so now I'll come back to the centre and let's do the ones, we'll do the double in the, leading with the left hand. We don't usually do that one, so let's go over the top of the left. So now we've come around the left foot, so now as we're going under the bottom and around the right foot, the right hand comes up as the left hand comes down. So we're going around the left foot, around the right foot, around the left foot heel to toe, around the right foot heel to toe. Left hand goes up as the right hand comes down. Right hand comes up as the left hand goes down. And notice how this works. It's much tighter than Tai Chi, so it's not this long energy that we were doing. This has a lot more twisting. Goes really into your gut, really into the core of the body. Loads of birds around today. And one more. A good workout for the arms too. It really works this whole body. So left foot to the corner and right foot looking straight ahead. And let's just bring our weight into the right foot. Just be centered. Find yourself in between the two. Notice what that feels like. 50-50. And then let's go into the front foot. And then we go into the back foot, feel what that feels like. And now when we're coming into the front foot, this time we're going to go round the front foot from the heel to the toe, and then round the back foot from the heel to the toe. So round the right, round the left. So just the lower body working first. Just let yourself feel that feeling of moving around the left, moving around the right, heel to the toe, heel to the toe. Turning to the left and back to the right, all the way around the right. So let your focus widen so you can see, from me as I go around, I can see the garden. So lovely. You hear the birds while I'm feeling what's happening in the feet. In here. Just open to all the sensations. So now let's get the right arm going. Round the front foot, round the back foot, around the front. Bringing this energy down through the right foot and up through the left. Spiraling down through the right, up through the left. So when you come down from the right, notice it's going back from the heel to the toe, from the toe back to the heel, and then it comes from the heel to the toe up this one. So we kind of go around the opposite way in the feet. Now that might be a bit much, don't worry if you don't get that. So when you're going going forward, it goes from the heel to the toe. It's now when I'm coming back, I'm going from the toe to the heel. And as I'm coming around here, I'm going from the heel to the toe of the back foot, while I go from the toe to the heel on the front foot. Maybe too much, too technical, but anyway, no harm to put that in there, because you'll begin to notice it, begin to watch it and feel it. Okay, so now this time round, when we get over the top, let's get the left arm involved as well. So notice how this intensifies the feeling, because now the two sides of the body are moving in opposition and opposition, so it gets a lot more torque into the body, and it works right into the core. So this is really good for building short energy, that ability to have a little spark. And last one, all the way around, all the way back. And then you could just tighten them up if you like. When you want to go tight, it's easier if you have the feet closer together. So you can really, and you can begin to get the feet involved in other ways, but that's for another day. Okay, excellent. So now let's do something nice and soft, because we've been working this short energy. Notice this is short energy. Now let's do something for contrast, so you can tune into the feeling of long energy. So we're going to do Parting Wild Horse's mane, with that feeling of sinking into the right, and then softly stretching everything open and gathering back in. So it's really part of our Tai Chi process to begin to tune into the feeling of long energy as well as short energy. Stretch it open. Let everything relax and soften in. And then stretch it open. And soften back in. Expanding, expanding, expanding. And then contracting or gathering in. And expand, expand, expand. Gather, gather, gather. So I'm going to turn on the heel of the left and step around with the right, and then just open and expand again. Relax back and gather. Open and expand. And relax and gather. And we're going to bring the left foot round on the heel and just bring the right foot back, so we can do a mini form together. And now, you see, these exercises that we do as kind of warm-ups and preparation, whether it's parting wild horses is in the form, but there are parts of the form that are, all the form can be done as long energy or short energy. Every posture can become a short energy exercise, whether you're doing ward off left and you just get a little figure 8 into it, or whether we're doing play guitar and we put a little spark in it. But generally we practice the form in this soft, slow flowing way, so that we're just educating the body or teaching or opening all these pathways inside us. So then when we need this little spark of energy, we have it. So the soft and slow is the groundwork, is the basis for all our practice. So let's just stand and let the mind relax, the body relax. Feel that internal connection. And then we're going to sink. Now let's do this super slow today. Lovely long, long, long energy. We softly turn to the right, back to the left, back to the right, white crane, and then slow and soft, bringing that energy down the center line, opening up, brush past the knee and softly into that left foot. Turn left, pick up the back foot. We turn right, softly pick up the front foot, play guitar. Open up again. Brush past the knee and sink forward. Now sit back, turning on the heel of the left. I'm just adjusting here for space. Pick up the right foot, bring it down, look into the corner, sink into the right, step out wide with the left and punch with the right. And then withdraw into the back foot, sink forward, push. And then we're going to turn on the heel of the left, opening the body, sinking back as we cross the hands, and softly relaxing back down. So we've done an extra. I get carried away with these 8s. I've left just very little time for sitting, but let's just sit just for a moment. Well done if you've stuck it for the 8s. They are intense, but so fabulous and powerful. So just take a moment and let yourself feel the support of the seat, of the ground. Give yourself a clap on the back for being here, for taking the time out of your day to practice. So let's just scan the body once, letting it relax, giving it permission, giving ourselves permission to relax. So let's start at the top of the head today and soften. Imagine the scalp relaxing and the forehead. Imagine inside in your brain letting go and relaxing. The eyelids, the eyebrows, and even the eyes and the sockets relaxing. Just allow the cheeks and the chin and the jaw to relax. Just allow the neck to relax and let your shoulders sink even more if there's any bit left to sink in them. Feel all across the chest, allowing it to relax. And down along the arms to the elbows, relax. And then all around the center of the torso, and also from the elbows to the wrists, like all that central part of the body. And now let's feel down into the hands and the fingers, just allowing them to relax. Down into the pelvic area and the buttocks on the seat. Relax. Soften. Invite the body always. Now ask your thighs, would they like to relax and let go? Notice what happens. Invite the knees to relax and let go. The calves and the shins, down into the ankles, and the feet on the ground. So now just scan the body and just notice if you're holding anywhere. And just as best you can, allow it. Give the body permission to be. And give ourselves permission to be. And just be. And just be. And allow that to be enough. And we can just be and be and be. Okay, so the sitting and being is a bit like, you know, we have long energy and short energy, and we have this activity and then this calm. So all makes life more interesting. So thank you for being here. Lovely to see a few people signed in, and have a fabulous day. Just enjoy. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now. And long form tonight, 7 o'clock. I have an alarm on my phone, so I get my time right tonight. And I'll see long form 7 and short form 7:30. Bye for now.